Over the past few weeks, I've been building this up, RC drivers, the re-release of the Team Associated RC10DS. And for a lot of RC fans out there, the original holds a lot of great memories of running around on asphalt and dirt. And when I saw the rally version that Team Associated came out with, it really caught my eye. I had to try this again, so I built it up. It's a full build-up kit. You're gonna have to supply the electronics, building tools, paint, and I'm just gonna give you a brief overview of how it all went down. So here it is, RC drivers, my finished build. I think it came out really cool. I just took my time and enjoyed this one. Every time I needed a break from some other RC stuff I was working on, I went over to the end of the bench, threw a couple steps together, and just kind of refreshed my memory on the RC10 platform, more specifically the DS, because this has some narrow arms on it. But this P-car style body, I guess that's the best we could call it since it's not licensed, it just caught my eye. And when I saw it, I wanted to throw some different colors on it. I saw that the white and red looked pretty cool, but I wanted to go a little bit more RC10-like, and that's why I went with the gold and black. So this is actually some Spaz Stix paint. It's their transparent gold, I believe. I'll have part numbers down in the video description below. And then I backed it with chrome, and then backed it with black after that. I just had to mask off the back part first. They give you window masks, which is pretty awesome. You do have to go and cut out the body. I used an X-Acto knife. You got to drill some holes for the rear spoiler and the rear body work. But this came out pretty awesome. Really excited to see it on the road. But let's check out the chassis. For those of you that may not know about it or just want to remember what it used to be, there it is, the DS chassis. And it's obviously based on the RC10. We've got the tub here. The tub is a little bit thinner than what I remember. I think they expect a thinner aluminum for the stamp here, but nonetheless, it's got the right shape to it. All the holes where you can go and run the battery perpendicular in the chassis. They give you the original battery cup. I think there was a couple little other changes along the way. It looks like we have some additional holes in the chassis for different servos. Don't remember if they had that before. Kind of just trying to refresh my memory on all this. The stubby little supports for the front tower. Front lower plate is a separate piece. It's a flat piece. It doesn't have the kick up that the off-road buggy has. A little bit shorter as well. You got this front bumper that allows you to go and throw some on-road bodies on. What makes it the DS is the lay down shocks on this. I think the original had black caps on there and the gold bodies, but just really cool to put some Team Associated shocks together. You got to put the O-rings into the lower portion of the body with the special tool that they give you, fill the shocks with oil, bleed the oil out. You got this low profile fiberglass shock tower and the stubby arms and the Team Associated steering knuckles and caster blocks. At least we got the adjustable turnbuckles again, which is really important for an on-road car. And they give you sway bars, which this car desperately needed. Without those, I remember these things were just all over the place. And then you got your stubby arms in the rear, and they've got the drilled hole in the rear bulkhead, so you don't have to go do it yourself. I remember doing that. I can't remember how many rear bulkheads I had to drill over my time. Hub carriers with the smaller bearings in them, and they've got the spacer in there so you could lengthen the wheelbase on it. I like that they give you all the little foam donuts for the ball studs and everything. And then you got your stealth transmission back here. This is a ball differential, slipper clutch. I didn't go and cut the motor plate on the angle, just leaving this as is, as I would have probably built up the RC10DS years ago. Like that they've got the RC10DS etched onto the chassis, and they get this little emblem sticker here, anniversary edition, just to let you know it is a legit car. For the electronic size, I just went through in a Reedy servo, a 1320 MG. I don't even know if they make that anymore. I just dug that out of old stock and threw in a Reedy brushless system that I had, the SC600, the 3300 kV motor, and one of their receivers with the DVC, so it's got gyro control. The other thing is when I threw the motor in, the way the motor plate is slotted, you can't actually rotate the motor that well. So I went with a small pinion gear because that was pretty much the only spot where I could get the screws to go into the motor. So I don't know if they mess up a little bit on that, but anyway, the tires on this are the RC10DS style tires, and they've got the semi-chrome wheel with the gold insert. And the one thing that always bugged me with this, it always looked like the tire was a little concaved in the center here, and you could see it with this one. See how it droops down just a little bit? That always irked me a little bit because it just rides on those two top edges. I wish they fixed that when they re-released it, but anyway, Fun build, guys. It definitely brings back memories if you had one before, and if you want to try some old school style on-road driving, it's definitely worth a look, but maybe you want to see it drive first. So let's head outside and run it. To kick things off, just wanted to run it in a parking lot, see how it does on asphalt, and check that out. I got that DVC in there, and it is working the front wheels. That's probably what these things needed years ago. Whoa, it's got a lot of DVC in there. There we go, guys. I think I got it dialed in. Oh, brake spin. That DVC is wandering and wobbling, actually. So I had to go and adjust the gain on the DVC. It was super sensitive, so I went and dialed it down to just like 6 flashes. And that is supposed to be less sensitive. Probably should have went with 7. I could still see it kind of kicking in. That's why it's kicking sideways. But you know what it's not doing that I used to have a problem with? Spinning out all the time. It seems to be much more dialed now. Still some chassis roll. A lot better. Oh, and I'm running this thing on a 3S pack. So we got to do a speed run. Ready for this? That sucker is moving. Oh man, what a flip. So I just switched up spots, guys. Something a little bit more exciting. Rip through some of these islands here. Pretty fast on 3S, right? Remember running these things on nickel metal hydrides, even NiCads, when NiCad's still around then. You can see the front just letting go on it. Rear trying to grab that traction. A little bit of Smokey and the Bandit move there at the slide out. Saw this walkway over here, had to go run on it. I think it's got to get the suspension all moving. Yeah, it is. Look at it just chattering. Look at this thing's handling pretty well through this stuff. Jumping off the curb. Oh, got a little sideways, almost saved it. Just gotta find some fun for this car. Little rally action off the side. Awesome. The DS has won me back. I'm into it, guys. Do you have any cool stories about a DS? Let me know in the comments. Just hopping around through there, hearing the tires squeal. One more bump. Yeah. So the DS is just oddly fun. We're so used to touring cars with the 4-wheel drive lines and the low suspension setup. This one's got a lot of suspension travel, rear-wheel drive. It makes you drive the car, and I think that's why it's a lot of fun for some people. And it's a pretty cool looking car. I'm really psyched about this paint job. If you're into it, I'll have links for it in the video description below. Definitely check out your local hobby shops, and I'll have more pictures of this on my Bash Maps profile. Visit the link in the video description, guys.